It's good to see you again.
I'm glad to be here.
So this summer, you and I worked on launching the first Refugee Innovation Fund.
It was wonderful.
It was great.
Yes.
And we haven't caught up since then, but there's a project that you've been working on for a long time, and that's making sure that Liberian refugees are given work permits here.
Yes.
So there's a quote from an interview in an article I read, and you said, it's not that people don't know. It's not that people don't care.
Yes.
It's that they just don't know.
They don't know.
So I thought it would be great if we made a video together talking about an issue that most people just don't know about.
Yes.
So tell me about the issue of them not having work permits.
So around the world, in a lot of countries, like in European countries, when refugees go there, the governments have a system of providing humanitarian supplies to people who come without clothing, people who come without food or jobs. The first thing is to give them humanitarian supplies. We don't have that in this country. And so when people come here as asylum seekers, the government tries to process them and give them work permits. After 6 months. What they're going to eat in the 6 months before they get the work permit, I don't know. But
well, how do they usually survive in those 6 months?
Friends. Friends. It's a generous country. People will take people in to work, to live with them and to help them out.
So maybe churches and nonprofits?
Yeah, churches, nonprofit, and stuff like that.
But they're not permitted to work for 6 months?
They are not permitted to work for 6 months, and then they put their asylum paper through.
Okay.
This case I'm talking about is about Liberians. And these Liberians, they were brought here by the United States military, Operation Shining Express. And
Operation Shining Express, was that in 2003?
2003.
Okay.
Ordered by President Bush.
Wow.
And they brought these people into the country, and they promised them, when you get to the United States, you will be given temporary protected status.
Okay.
This is the work permit that we're seeking for right now.
Okay.
It costs $550. So by even denying these people permits to work, the government is losing $550 per person per year. They cannot they cannot get any benefit of a taxpayer. You just work and get your income. That's it. But in 2003, people came in, mostly women with children, and the government that brought them in under President Bush did not give them temporary protected status.
Okay.
Somebody showed up in my church, so I'm a pastor. And my church is different. My church is not a building. My church is me. Wherever I am, that's church. But somebody showed up in my church, and she's from Liberia, and she has a child, and she has nowhere to stay. She has no food. She has no job. So we as a church tried to help her, but then we took her to the government to see if they can give her work permit. They refused. And then we went to Senator Kennedy, and he and others got letters and sent it to President Bush. These people were brought here because of a war. They should be given temporary protected status like other people. And it was denied. So it's been a long journey from 2003 up until today. This particular group of people have not been given humanitarian assistance. They have not been given permits to work. That's the problem. And now it's winter. Winter is upon us right now.
Right.
And this year, one woman told me, I'm going to kill myself if I have to go through another winter without work permits or without humanitarian assistance in this country.
Right.
And
so they're in a really desperate situation.
They're desperate, yeah. They're desperate. I can't imagine someone killing themselves for a work permit that is going to cost them $550. But it's terrible.
It is terrible, especially in a generous state like Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah.
We should be able to do so much better than this.
But people don't know.
Yes,
People
exactly.
don't know.